I do have a tattoo. I'm getting it removed. I don't like tattoos. Love tattoos on other people. It freaks me out that it's in my skin. I thought I always wanted a tattoo, and I don't want one anymore. And hers are so nice.
Strong, independent, empowered. That's what they told you, right? Get the tattoos, live your truth, mark your body like a walking Instagram feed. Fast forward 15, 20 years later, now the same women are crying in tattoo removal clinics asking, "What was I thinking?" Welcome to reality. Welcome to the wall.
I regret my tattoo.
I am getting all my tattoos removed because, quite literally, I hate them.
You will regret having tattoos?
Welcome to my tattoo tour. Now, I can't show you the first one I got because it's on my hoo-ha. I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them.
What are you gonna do when you decide you hate your tattoos?
I think I have over 35 tattoos between my arms and my back.
Come with me to remove a tattoo that I regret getting.
Laser tattoo removal. Yes, it hurts.
This was like its 12th time. There was nothing there before. Now it's outlined like the whole tattoo.
You guys know how parents always say, don't get a tattoo, you're gonna regret it. As a teenager, of course, you're like, what do they know? Like, I'm not gonna listen. I'm here to tell you, your parents are correct.
Literally, one of my biggest regrets in life was getting my chest tattoo. I made a mistake as a teenager, and at the time, it seemed like a great idea. But now I'm dealing with the consequences. The regret is real.
Today I'm gonna give you a tour of all the tattoos that I hate and that I regret getting. So, here we go. So I hate all of them.
Things I wish I knew in my early 20s about getting tattooed. You will probably regret some of them, if not many of them, if not all of them.
Tattoos I regret getting, and they get progressively weirder. First one is this lady on my arm. I feel like no matter what angle, she always just kind of looks bloated in her face. Number 2 on the same arm, I really like candy corn. I drew this. It looks like shit.
Let's be real. In the 2000s and 2010s, tattoos went from rebellious to basic. Everybody got one. A butterfly on the ankle, a dream catcher on the back, a sleeve to show you're not like other girls. And society applauded it. You go, girl. Express yourself. Except nobody told them. Skin ages. Trends die. And attention, especially male attention, doesn't last forever.
You are tatted.
Hella.
You never used painkillers or got put to sleep.
Put to sleep?
You know,
I was like, as someone who's like really tatted, I really wish that when I was younger, I would have went slow and I would have taken my time.
Is there one right here?
There's one here.
Yeah, I thought I saw
There's
one
up here and there's one here. Sometimes I'm like, no matter what the I do, I look like I beat people up.
I, 27, have been married to my husband, 32, for a year. He's incredibly successful and makes significantly more money than I do.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I work full-time as an architect, not a super high salary, but I love what I do. When we got married, we agreed that he'd handle all the bills and I take care of the housework, which includes cooking, cleaning, laundry, etc. Basically a modernized housewife dynamic, except I still work because I love my career.
I hear it.
Now, here's the thing.
Audio.
I absolutely suck at being a housewife. Don't enjoy cooking or cleaning, and it completely drains me.
Banang.
So, instead of burning myself out, I decided to use my own money to hire a housekeeper who comes in a few times a week and a meal service that handles dinners.
In Jesus' name.
Everything still gets done. The house is completely spotless. My husband always has clean clothes and meals are always prepared and on the table. It costs me money, yes, but it frees up my energy, and honestly I think it makes me a better wife emotionally and mentally. But now my husband is furious. He says the deal was that I do the housework and not pay someone to do it. He feels like I'm not keeping up my end of the marriage agreement, and that it's lazy and disrespectful to outsource my responsibilities, even if it is with my own money. Try to explain that I'm still honoring the results of the agreement, that the work is still done, just not by me personally, and that it's not like I'm expecting him to pay for the help. But he's really upset and says that I'm undermining the whole point. So, am I the asshole for outsourcing the work I agreed to do, even though I'm paying for it and the house is still being taken care of?
Now here's the thing. The wall isn't some magical force. It's just biology. Around the mid-30s, youth fades, wrinkles show, and suddenly those tattoos don't look edgy anymore. They look tired. That delicate flower on the hip? By 40 it looks like roadkill. That inspirational quote on the ribcage? Stretched, faded, unreadable. And the same women who once bragged, no regrets, are now Googling best tattoo removal near me.
If husband tells you you need to be at home, this is what you say. Nothing.
I once again see no inaccuracies here. And this does not mean you can't go out. This doesn't mean that you can't have friends. This doesn't mean you can't do Sunday brunch with your sister Jenny. This means when you become somebody's wife, you are now agreeing that that man is a top priority in your life. And when he no longer feels like a priority to you, that is an issue. If you prioritize going out and spending more time with other people than your man, you're the problem. So I agree. If your man comes to you and says, honey, you're not home enough, I miss you, it should be a zero argument. It should be, I'm sorry you feel this way. I'll rearrange my schedule, make sure I have more time for you. That's it. Nothing more than that. And if you get heated, you should reevaluate your life.
Imagine, if you will, that you put a shirt on once when you were in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. And that is what it feels like to get heavily tattooed before you turn into a fully developed adult human. I wanted to talk about, there's like a lot of reasons to regret my tattoos, but today specifically I wanted to talk about not matching my aesthetic, right? So I think if you asked almost anybody that's over 30, if they have a better idea of who they are in their 30s than they did in their 20s, they're gonna be like, oh my God, yes. I have all of these tattoos that don't necessarily reflect who I am at 36. They might have reflected a moment in time in my 20s, maybe a moment in time that I was like not doing so well mentally, and they are here forever.
Let's not sugarcoat it. Men notice. Employers notice. Life notices. A sleeve full of skulls and roses doesn't scream, CEO material. That neck tattoo doesn't say, wife material. And yes, men still prefer women without tattoos for long-term relationships. But hey, at 22 the club loved it, right? The free drinks rolled in, the Instagram likes piled up. Temporary validation in exchange for permanent ink. Now, silence. No likes. No attention. Just regret.
However, you're a prostitute. That's an immediate no-go. Otherwise, I think you're an attractive girl and you have a very pleasant personality. But because you're involved in sex work, it's an immediate disqualifier. It's a deal breaker. There's no scenario, even though you seem like, honestly, you're one of the most pleasant women we've ever had on the show. You're an attractive girl. I'm not saying this to be mean or anything. I wouldn't date you because of the work that you're involved with. That's the end of the story.
And here come the excuses. I was young and dumb. It was a phase. I didn't know better. I didn't think long-term. I believed the hype. And now I'm paying the price. Laser removal hurts. It's expensive. And even then, it never fully goes away. Just like the choices you made chasing validation.
Welcome to episode 109 of I'd Rather Be Single. Let's react to some dating profile. This guy says, worst idea I've ever had. Getting this giant tattoo on my back. Whoops. Hold please. Yep. That was a choice. That was a big choice. An expansive choice. This guy says, I go crazy for strippers and fast cars. Now, right underneath this on his Hinge profile is a vulgar video of him at the gym that I will not describe here because I will get thrown off of the app. Ugh. This guy says, I'm weirdly attracted to glasses. Okay, I think he means women who wear glasses, but like, what do I know? I don't know this dude. I'm still not over what Biden is doing to this country. Okay, this is not political. Look at all the capital letters. Also, the rest of his profile is a hot, unhinged mess. Minus the hot. Swipe left. I'd rather be single.
Let me show you guys the progress I've made so far with 2 sessions of tattoo removal. I had to dig back in the archives. This is the side tattoo when I first got it. I don't know how it bled so much over time because it honestly did not look bad when I first got it. I could feel the pain. I could feel it. This is what it looked like after my first session. And yes, like the blistering is what they call frosting. You could see like all that white stuff. Yeah, hurts like a bitch.
I'm not even gonna hold your hand when I say this. I have never met a grown, happily married man with a girl best friend.
Why I'm no one's wife yet, I have no idea, because here I am cooking dinner in my David Tennant t-shirt, looking adorable. So I'm taking husband applications.
Just to let my future husband know, you're a selfish prick. Okay? Because I'm taking this out for the second time this week by myself. This is a blue job. We all know it. Quite frankly, what are you playing at?
The truth? Tattoos aren't the problem. The mindset is living for short-term thrills, ignoring consequences, pretending you'll stay 21 forever. Modern culture told women, do whatever you want. You'll never pay the price. But time always collects the bill, and the wall always wins.
The double standard for women is getting absolutely out of hand and disgusting. I just saw a post that was like, how to keep your man humble. And it listed out a bunch of things, like give him one-word answers when he texts you, give your dog more attention than you give him, casually compare him to other men. And I understand there's going to be a small level of manipulation in every relationship, which is fine. But then a man responded in the comments and said, I'm going to do this to my girlfriend. Mind you, the original post had like 50,000 likes, and then the women went ballistic on this guy saying, you're so hateful. How could you ever do this to a woman? What makes you think this way?
So the next time you see a woman posting no regrets under a photo of her new tattoo, just remember, give it 15 years. Because when the wall hits, regret comes free of charge.
Ladies, look at the post that you originally liked. And this is the problem. If you can't play the game that you're not willing to lose, don't start.
How come no one talks about how insane it is that a lot of wives will look at their husband and say something like, I'm your wife, I'm not your maid. And could you imagine if a husband said to a wife, am I your bodyguard or am I your husband? Am I your Uber or am I your husband? Am I your wallet or am I your husband? Am I your delivery guy or am I your husband? Am I your handyman or am I your husband? Am I your tech support or am I your husband? I could keep going with like 10 more, but you get the point. Dudes will spend their entire adult working life providing for a woman and children, give up on hopes and dreams, hobbies, friendships, you name it, only to get that in return. Am I your maid or am I your wife? Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one acknowledge this? And mind you, this is coming from somebody who clowns on men often. Go look at my other videos, okay? They're usually the opposite. But this right here, it's never made sense to me, and it never will.
You can meet the awesomest human being, have the most incredible time with them, so much chemistry, but it literally means nothing if that person does not have the capacity to be in a relationship with you. Checking for someone's capacity needs to be a priority. It's so overlooked in our dating society. People just get caught up in chemistry. How do you make me feel? And the irony about this is that usually the intense chemistry that you have with someone in the beginning is because your attachment wounds are being triggered, and it just feels like an absolute roller coaster of emotion. And that, unfortunately, has become the metric by which we determine how we feel about somebody and how much energy we're going to invest in the connection. Not only that,
That's today's chapter of the Sigma Chronicles. Subscribe for more unfiltered reality.